Hi everyone, it's Miss Jenichen. For today's video, we are going to do part 3 of our long vowel sequence that I've been doing. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, the first one I did was on the long vowels pairings AI, EA, and AY. And then the one after that was OA, OE, UE, and IE. And for this last one, part 3, we're going to talk about long vowels, but we're going to talk about the wild card long vowels, or the wacky ones, the ones that don't follow the rules all the time. So for example, today we will be talking about the sound I. Can you say that? I. Now that's a sound, but it's also a letter I. And the first, I'm very sorry that I'm starting this way. It's a little bit confusing, but basically we're going to talk about words that are 2 letters that end in the letter Y, but sound like I. Okay, so the vowel sound is I, right? What's the long vowel sound? I, good. And you can see it right here at the bottom of my little poster, which is what I was trying to kind of show you. And all of these words are the ones with 2 letters, okay? So we're gonna get started on that one first. All right, so do you know a word that has 2 letters and ends in the letter Y? I'll give you a hint, it's a sight word. Do you know it? My. That's right. How do you spell the sight word my? M-Y, my. Well, the reason why my is spelled this way is because sometimes Y is a vowel and it sounds like I. So in this word my, we can hear the long vowel sound I. All right? Go ahead and write down the word my. Now, what's another word that we could do that ends in the letter Y but sounds like I? Ooh, I know another one. When we're reading books and I tell you the author, I'll say who it is. By. By. B-I. By. Now remember, the Y doesn't say Y, it says long vowel sound I. And that's part of why people say A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y, because this word doesn't have A-E-I-O or U in it, it has Y. B-Y, by. So now we know my, by. What about, where's my eraser? There it is. What about what birds do in the air? They fly. Can you try to think of that blend? Fly. Fly. F-L-Y. Fly. Like birds fly. You might fly in an airplane. You might be really annoyed because there's a pesky fly bothering you. Fly. What's another one that ends in I? Ooh, how about when I'm sad, what might I do? Can you say cry? Cry. Cry. Don't cry. I was just pretending to cry. Cry. C-R-Y. Cry. All right, we're going to think of 2 more. The next one I'm thinking is O. Say tur. Tur. Like train or true, if you watched my last 2 videos. How about try? Try. Like if a parent or an adult says, or if you say to a parent or adult, I can't do it, I can't do it. And they say, why don't you give it a try? Try. T-R, like train or true. Try. Try. All right, the very last one is a question that I get a lot when I tell my children that we have to clean up or that we can't keep playing, and they say, but Miss Jenichen, why? Why? Wait, should I put a question mark at the end too? Why? Do you see how this long vowel sound is I, but it's a Y? Like the word why? All right, so this has been the first wacky long vowel sound, which is the letter Y. All right, the next wild card wacky long vowel spelling that I want to teach you is this one. I-G-H. I know. It's super weird. I'm going to show it to you closer. I-G-H. I. I'm shaking my head no because sometimes English can be a little bit silly. But if you see these three letters next to each other, they are going to make the same sound as all of these. They're going to say I. I-G-H says I. What does I-G-H say? I. That's right. I-G-H, I. Now, it sounds crazy, but right now I'm going to show you some examples that might help you remember, okay? So, we're going to be looking at this pocket chart right here. And since we're talking about I-G-H, I decided to use the pocket chart. I guess I'll just set this right here for now. Can you help hold it, Sheepy? Thank you. We're going to be doing the pocket chart I-G-H-T. So it's I-T. 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 Can you say that? I-G-H-T. I-T. What is this long vowel sound? I. That's right. And we know because on this little poster it says that I says I. Magic E at the end with the I says I. I-E says I. I-G-H says I. And the letter Y, like in just before we did this, says Y. Says I. All of these say I. This says I-T. I-T. All right, so we're going to get started on our pocket chart. I hope that we can see it. I'm going to turn it like this and bring it a little closer. And then bring this a little closer. Teaching from home is cool. Here we go. All right, I-G-H-T. And what I'll do is I'll actually keep this here to remind you. I-G-H-T. Am I going to be able to do it? Can I stick it to me? No. Oh, well. I-G-H-T. Oh, there. All right, the first example using I-G-H as a long vowel pairing or group is L. What was the sound again? I-T. I-T. Now, get your mouth ready to say L. I-T. What word is this? Light. Light. That's right. L-I-G-H-T spells light. Just like a lamp with light. Or this little lamp that I have with light. 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 See? Light. I-G-H-T says ite, L says l. This is how you spell light. So we'll put that L there, and we'll put our picture back. All right, The next one. What do you think this one could be? While I'm getting the letter down. It ends in ite because IGH says ite. Night. If you got it before me, then great, awesome. I'm glad that you're probably already starting to write it down. Night. N-I-G-H-T. N-I-T. So even though this word night only has, even though it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters, it only has 3 sounds, doesn't it? Count the letters with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when we say night, we hear this. N-I-T. So if I had one of these, I might say n-ite, right? N-ite. So if you're learning to read and you're learning to write and you forget about this and you write the letter I because you know that I says I, whoever your teacher is going to look and go, oh, I know what they're talking about. Night, right? Speaking of that, let's go to our next word. Where'd my picture go of the night? Where did the night go? Am I sitting on it? Well, we'll find it soon. All right, the next one. What do you think of this one? What sound does the letter F make? I. T. Fight. Fight. So if you're trying to write the word fight, you would use this word chunk, the vowel, long vowel chunk, I. I. T. Fight. Oops, this way. All right. Let's move on to our last one. Okay. First, I'm going to show you the picture. I was a little confused about what the word could be first, but look at the sign. Do you see the arrow on the sign? Which direction is it pointing? It's pointing. If you said left, that's okay. You just need to practice your lefts and rights. It is pointing right. That's right. 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 Do you see that? So there's 3 sounds, but we're using this chunk I-G-H. Right. All right. And that's spelled the same way too. So if you know how to write this word right, you could write all right because you just add all in front of it. All right. All right. Let's move on to our next vowel pairing. And the next vowel pairing we're going to be working on is O. And it's actually not a pairing. It's just like when we did with the Y. Oh. Okay, do you know any 2-letter words that end in the letter O that end with the sound O? Well, what if someone told you go? That's right. Go. Do you recognize this sight word? G-O, go? Go is a word that only has 1 letter. It only has 1 O, and we normally learn that O says aw, but in this word it says O. You can see it right here under our ocean, because just like the word go, the word ocean. Can you say that? Ocean. It also starts with just the letter O. O. So, we learned go, like this, right? Now, what's another word we could write with the last letter O? What about if I replace the G in go with an S? Go. Go to. So. Like that, huh? So. Go. So. What's another word that we could make with this long vowel O sound? What about the opposite of yes? No. No. N-O. No. So now you know how to write go, so, no. What about if you're texting your friends and you want to say, yo, come on over? If you're a teacher watching this, I know yo is not an actual word to say yo, but you get it. Yo. Yo. You could also write, what? I hope you're thinking of what I'm thinking. Yo-yo. Like the fun game you can play with the little wheel on a string. I don't have a yo-yo or else I would show you. Yo-yo. All right, so that's our third vowel, wacky, wild card vowel combination. So far we have done the letter Y that says I. We've done I-G-H, and now we've done O. All right, the next one we're gonna do is a sound that also says O, but it has another letter after it. Can you check our O over here? We know O as a regular O, like go, no, or so. Magic E with O. OA, which we learned about, and OE, both in the last video. So if you haven't seen it already, go ahead and check that out. Now we're gonna learning about this one. OW. Can you say those letters? OW. And what does OW say? If we're talking about long vowels, it says O. Sometimes it says ow. I will tell you that. Sometimes it says ow. And today is not the day we're talking about ow. But if you wanted to write ow, like ow, I stubbed my toe, you could do this. But today we are talking about long vowels and wild card long vowels. And when we see OW next to each other, sometimes it says O. And I'm going to show you some examples to help you. Okay? So, OW says O. And one of the examples I had is in a song. Are you ready? And it goes like this. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. What's the name of that song? Row. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row. So now you know how to write the first three words of row, row, row your boat. And if you watched my last, if you watched my last video, you'll know how to write boat also. And yours is a sight word. See if you can write the title, row, row, row your boat. All right, well, what if I add a letter to the front of row? What if I put a C? K. K. Row. Crow. I don't know about you, but I have some crows outside my house, and they have been very annoying recently. Going caw, caw, caw in the mornings. Woo. Crow. Cur. Oh. Because this blend says cur, and this says oh. Crow. Let's do another one. What if I am not going fast. What does a snail do? Does it go fast or does it go slow? Slow. Next time you're driving with mom or dad or whoever drives you around, look and see if you can find a sign that says slow and spell it. The first two letters are a blend, S-L, sl-o, S-L-O-W, slow. Well, what if we want to change these first two sounds again to be what a flower does, or what a seed does to become a flower? It needs to grow. Do you think you could try to write grow for a second? Grow. Grow. You can pause if you want to. Okay, here it is. Grow. 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 All right, last one for this vowel combination in our wacky long vowel video. This is a hard one, but I know you can do it. Say, I know I can do it. It's important if you say the word no. Say, I know I can do it. Awesome. So this word is the word know. Like, I know how to spell the word no. It is not this word. We just did this right before this, and I want to make sure you know. This no means this. No. 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 This word means no. No. I know how to spell no. Are you freaking out about the K at the beginning if you've never seen this before? It's okay. When I learned this, I was too. When we have a K and an N next to each other, it says just The K is a silent letter. We'll learn about silent letters another day. But for now, I just wanted you to see how to spell the word no. All right, we're gonna move on to our last wacky vowel pairing, okay? Here we go. All right, the last combination of letters to make a long vowel sound that we're gonna learn about says you. You. Can you point to which vowel over here says you? If you point to the unicorn, you're right, you. Now, we've learned about magic E and how we can find magic E with you, like in mule or Duke or June. We also learned about UE, like clue or glue. Now we're going to learn about EW, just like how we just learned about OW. Now we're going to learn about EW. And when we see E and W together, it says ew. Can you say that? Ew. Yeah. So if you wanted to write the word ew, you would write EW. And if it was really gross, you might add a bunch more W's and a bunch of E's, like this. Ew. Ew. Now let's add a first letter to the beginning of this to make a different word. What if we added to the beginning of ew? Ew. Few. Can you say that? Few. Like, I only have a few more days until summer vacation. Only a few. Or maybe you're looking through your collection of pennies and you don't have as many as you thought. You only have a few. Few. Now, what if, whoopsies, and I'm going to get my 4-letter sound box for this one, for these ones. What if you were talking to your mom about seeing a bunch of airplanes and you said, Mom, I saw a bunch of airplanes and they flew over our house. Can you think about what that blend might be? Flew. 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 Like I flew over the city. Flew. Flew. These two together says ooh. So when you're reading it, sometimes it'll say ew, like ew. Sometimes it'll just say ooh, like the second part of ew. Flew. Do you hear it? Flew. Let's do another one. Okay, our last one we're going to do is this. Ready? Grew. Grew. You grew up so quickly. You've probably heard an aunt or an uncle or a grandma or a grandpa say that. Look how fast you have no, that isn't right. You have grown. Grew. Look how much you grew. Grew. Not grew like from Despicable Me. That's G-R-U. This is his name. Grew. It's not this. No, it's this. Grew. You grew up so quickly. Grew. Or my flower grew really fast. Or this summer, you grew so much. Grew. All right, everyone. So I hope you've enjoyed these last 3 videos all about long vowels and the different combinations of vowels and consonants that can make a long vowel sound. We learned all about long vowel A, and how you can find it with magic E, A-I, or A-Y. We learned all about long vowel E, E-E, E-A, with a Y. Magic E works for all of them. We also learned that one. You know that. We learned that I can even say I-G-H. We also learned about O, O-A, O-W, O-E, and also about U. Magic E, U-E, and E-W. I hope you enjoyed all of these long vowel videos, and I hope that your brain is busy growing. Have a great week, and I will see you next time.